Where the fuck is this Luciano guy? Fucking calls me down. He's not even here.
Yeah. He called me to the meeting. He said he's coming from Sandy, so.
All right. I fucking wish the Roosh was here.
Is he not coming?
Nah, it's way too fucking late. But he wanted this meeting to fucking happen. So you know, you just brace yourself, Harry.
Well, you know, I got a phone call from him last night, so he was fucking fuming.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we'll talk about it.
That was a shit weed grower.
Hey guys, keep you waiting a lot.
I'm in chilling. We're good.
All right, nice shirt.
Tony around?
Ooh, no clue. Let me call him.
Yo, Cali Bear, thanks for the 25 months. Mr. Bloom, thanks for the 2 months.
Nope.
Right. Well.
All right, so what's going on?
I mean, Luciano, you wanna kick this off? I mean, you got the book from Arou and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have it here, but
You don't have the book. You should have brought the book.
You want to bring the book?
Eco,
Yeah, go grab the book. Go bring it.
All right.
Eco, thanks for the primers.
Arusha wasn't gonna be here for the meeting, so he wrote down like all his grievances in a book, all his diary that he now keeps. Yeah.
Oh God. I mean, you know, based on the phone call I had with him last night, I'm sure this is gonna be great. I can only imagine.
I mean, he did bring up some good fucking points, Harry. Some very concerning things. I'm gonna be honest. You know.
Okay.
I don't want to, you know, speak for him, so I'd rather just the book just be here.
So you want me to read the book, then answer to it?
No. You don't gotta read it. Luciano will go over it.
Oh, okay, I see. Gotcha. I mean, this must be really serious. If he wanted to write stuff down in a book, Jesus. Sorry I didn't dress up. I've been kind of... I come straight from the sewers, so apologies for the stench.
You don't gotta apologize to me, Harry.
You know, it's...
You'll do whatever it is you feel you should do at the end of the day, my man.
Well, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, here he comes. This is not gonna go well. All right. I'm terrified. Whatever's in this book. Okay.
I mean, why are you terrified?
Well, you know, if stuff being written down in a book, you know, it can't be good. You know, it's not going to be nice things. You know, I'm just gonna shut up. You know, go ahead.
All right. You do me a favor. Can we remove the mask? Gotta look at you in the eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Thanks. Yeah. It's the googly eyes.
Yeah,
I don't do googly eyes.
I get it.
All right. All right. I guess I'll kick it off. Lang, if you want to, you know, butt in and bounce off of me here. After last night, I woke up to some news about some shit that had happened overnight. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
I can already imagine that you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Some shit about Arou, some shit about you, some shit about Martin as well. It's actually very surprising. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I guess the topics are a bit different. Maybe you might link them somehow. The two of them, you know, Arou fucked up on his end, and well, we need to address as well the shit that happened, you know, between you and him,
Mm-hmm.
and how this can be concerning for the crew moving forward. Again, the idea behind all of this, these talks, is that we find some fucking common ground, right? Because
Right.
we have a lot of questions, and we do need to figure these things out because this shit can't work if things like what happened yesterday continue to happen, and it's everything's just gonna fall apart. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because when the trust fucking breaks, when it crumbles, that's it. Everybody starts fucking dipping. People start snaking each other and whatnot. It's not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Arou wrote down some points. You know, he brought them up in the meeting that we had with him earlier. We did meet with him earlier,
Okay.
and well, he handed us over the book because he wasn't able to come around, and these were like his talking points, basically.
Right.
Lang, you want to read these out? You want me to read them? I don't even know if we should be fucking reading them, but you know, you told me to bring the book, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Arou wanted us to fucking. He gave you the book for a reason, Luciano.
Yeah. Okay. He's just
go
shit
over it.
at fucking writing. All right. Here we go.
Yeah, but you just paraphrase it. Like, if you have to reference the book, or if you remember what the fuck he said, just go off what he said.
Right. So I guess talking point number one that he brought up. He mentioned that in meetings and all that, and I think overall your focus and your concerns have only been about. We're gonna say something. Oh, okay. Your focus and your concerns have only been about money, right?
Right.
And that's and how that's basically the only thing that that you worry about for the most part. I'm gonna read exactly what it wrote.
I like money.
Um,
I fucking love money, actually.
yeah. Harry only talks in meetings when it's about money that he can dip into, and never gives the crew any motivation.
Okay. I
So,
mean,
apparently, you and Arou had a kerfuffle last night.
Yep.
Okay. This morning, he woke up. He was pissed. We had a meeting. Well, obviously, I went over the shit that went down last night. At the end of the day, it was some weird shit. It seemed like it came out of nowhere. It seems like the spiraling over the crew and the way we operate came out of nowhere. Obviously, you told me about the washing machine shit with the Roosh.
mm-hmm.
I spoke to him about it. I guess he he took it very personal that he said that you threw him under the bus.
Yeah, I did.
The thing I don't understand is you lied to me yesterday.
What do you mean?
Well, when I asked you why didn't you bring up the washing machine shit at the meeting, you said there was no meeting and there was no time to bring it up. But apparently, you told Arush that he didn't have to worry. You weren't going to tell anyone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember if I said that or not. I'm not going to call him a liar because I don't remember, but I sat on that info all day and then, decided, come to the realization that, like, what he's doing is wrong. And then if I just don't say anything, and I'm just as bad as him and I'm going to get dragged into it. And, I threw him under the bus and I'd do it again. Because, like, it's not the first.
I'm be honest though, Harry. You don't think the timing of when you said this was all too convenient for you? Because you decided to say this, late night with only me being around, and shit was obviously going down.
I mean, it isn't the first time I've done this.
And it sounded like you also collected these receipts to use them at the right time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing, because we ain't supposed to be holding each other with these kinds of receipts, right? Because then it becomes you against me against Lang. And whenever Lang fucks up, I'm gonna, air out his dirty laundry. Whenever you fuck, I'm gonna do the same to you, and that's not gonna sit well with each other. That just creates issues between us.
I mean, all right. I was pissed off with what Arou was doing. And did I fucking rat him the fuck out? Yeah. Should I have done it? Probably not. But it's happened, so. Like,
you should have definitely brought up this topic. But the problem is here is I think one, you lied to me, and then two, you kind of kept that in your back pocket and then played it when you felt like it should have been played. Is what it feels like.
Yeah. If you have any like problems with somebody, we should be bringing these things up in the meetings. The dime meetings. We should address them all as a whole instead of telling one person and then that person gets pissed off at the other. Lang was fucking pissed off at Arou after yesterday when you dropped the bomb on him about whatever Arou had done. And Arou was painted in a bad light. And it just fucking spirals into this he said, she said type of deal. And then we're all fucking trying to see what the fuck happened.
I mean, like. Yeah, I mean, listen. I'm definitely not innocent. I think for the last week, since basically the last meeting when Arou got extremely hurt over being called broke, it made so many comments to me during the week. Initially, I thought it was funny. I probably should have just, probably should have just told him what he's doing isn't a good idea. Man up. Stop being a child. But, I ratted on him. So, yeah, sure. I'll take responsibility. But he's making comments all week about, kind of doing things in secret, getting these washing machines, And,
okay, but you don't think this, you ratting on him came from you kind of spiraling over the fact that, he made like 60 grand and then you started getting real fucking paranoid, thinking people were fucking scheming and scamming, and then you were trying to figure out with Martin how you can do that as well? And then when I kind of got wind of what the fuck ever was going on, you kind of, played that, you ratted out a roosh to kind of, misdirect my anger, maybe?
I mean,
that's what it kind of felt like.
It's part correct. I mean, what Arou was doing pissed me off, and I thought about doing the same, and I realized I wasn't going to, and that's when I kind of, told you about what he was doing. So you're kind of right, yeah. But the thing is, we've been doing this system now for 2 weeks. I helped build it. I haven't gone against it. Like, I have records of, the shit I've done. I'm for the system. I help fill up the washing machines, bring in dirty money, the the cut goes to the crew. Like, for sure, part of what you said I think is correct.
Yeah, I mean, Harry, I was in the house when you were talking to Martin in the basement. Like the issue is here. I mean, there's like a couple of issues, right? I really wish Arush was here for this and then fucking give us a fucking book. But and I say this respectfully, I feel like whenever money gets involved, Harry, you kind of spiral a bit. And like you get real fucking paranoid. And trust me, I'm a fucking paranoid guy. But like you get paranoid with like the people you're working with. And
Yeah,
we're
I
supposed to
do.
like be fucking brothers. And we built this entire thing built on trust.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
And I don't really know how else we can like essentially make this work in terms of trust. I would just assume that's there, but hearing like you, right? You're a Don, right?
Right.
You go then and speak to Martin, a guy who's recently bought in, about how like a system that we created can be abused and cheated. Like it just doesn't make us look good.
Right.
And then I have to pry like to like get this information instead of just being told like straight up like what the fuck is going on. And then as I'm prying from the information, like I'm misdirected with other information regarding somebody else, which was never brought up. And then I'm told that it wasn't brought up because there wasn't time for it to be brought up. And I believe that. Sure, that made sense to me. And then I hear from Arou that no, that wasn't brought up because Harry told me that he wasn't gonna tell anybody. I didn't have to worry about it. We start very quickly like
Right, but
just
sure,
sinking
but
in quicksand and start becoming like every other like fucking crew filled all this fucking petty shit.
yeah, I mean, listen, the thing is, right, like, I think, initially I probably did say that. Initially I probably thought it was funny, and then I remembered, and sure, like, listen, timing, not good, but at the end of the day, like, I allowed Arush to kind of, do this thing. He dragged me up to the side and say, oh, I've got these washing machines, like, I should have just stamped on it there and then to him. That's not what happened. But coming kind of clean about it is because I don't want to be involved in that shit. Because it's if I feel like if I had washing machines in my apartment and then if you do that, to me that's like it's not good.
Okay.
So yeah,
well,
I mean, I don't know. I think I think I was being childish. I think the adult thing to do would just probably 'cause he was upset that I didn't just tell him that like what he's doing is wrong and he shouldn't be doing it. But from my point of view, I think I just couldn't believe that he apparently didn't know the whole system. Like, couldn't believe that. Like, I was like, how the fuck do you not know the system? Like when you're telling me, when you're asking me to drop my grower percentage so you can get more percentage of your pushing, how do you not know about the 30% crew cut? Like, how do you not know the system exists? And he's telling me that
yeah, but
he doesn't know that that's what we do, and I'm like, okay.
what the fuck are you talking about right now? I'm confused.
I think
Arush.
Arush was talking about using the washers for his own dirty douche.
Yeah.
That didn't involve any use of crew utilities or whatnot. He was. I don't think he was there for the conversation. Maybe he was. Correct me if I'm wrong. When we decided to say, whatever dirty douche you got, give a cut to the crew, and not keep it for yourself.
I just feel
Again,
like we the reason I fucking ratted on Roosh is because I feel kind of I gave Tony so much shit. That I feel like
Hey guys, listen, guys. I think we're sidetracking here a bit. What Arush did was wrong.
Yeah.
He acknowledged it. He had good reason as to why he did it when he spoke to us. There was context given, and it's fine. He's not going to do it. He understands, what he's got to do now.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But the thing is, this kind of also shed light on, a problem that if it continues to grow, everything kind of falls apart. And that problem being is that, one, why are we, like if we look at a fucking mirror, okay, and you see yourself as a fucking Don, why are we then going and having like a conversation with Martin over things that don't concern him? The kid was bought in 3 days ago, or 4 days ago, 5 days ago now, a couple of days ago. It's the same conversation that we had with Tony, where he got very upset when I told Tony, listen, you have to look yourself in the mirror and see that you're a fucking Don. You're not equivalent to Octo. There is a hierarchy here, and you have to see that, and you have to understand that. And same goes with you, Harry. I mean, listen, like for me, like you allowing yourself to get paranoid over people that not only are you trying to build this shit with, and I assume it's something that you want to do, and based on that assumption, people you've known for a very, very long time. One of the big things that we spoke of when we all came back to Los Santos in that fucking park is to never go back to those fucking old ways, where you have to wake up and you have to worry, oh, did fucking the Speedy snake my shit, is Lang keeping money? We agreed to move on from that. We agreed that place has no purpose here. Weeks go by, we let it slip in, and then we have another meeting where we talk about a clean slate, and we really need to put our foot down on these problems and really move on from that, and really put trust in each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now more weeks go by, like you allowing yourself to spiral over the fact that your boys might be cheating you or skimming money from you. It kind of blows my mind, I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't really know how I'm supposed to react to that now. Like what else can I do? I mean, fuck that. I feel like I don't even have to do anything to prove to you that that's not happening. So for you to allow yourself to get paranoid, to then go speak to some, with all the respect, I like Martin a lot, but a guy that was just bought in, a Joe Schmo, about this shit, it's very daunting when we are trying to like build a crew where there's a lot of structure here, right?
It just works against us. It works against the flow.
I mean, yeah, listen, I overshared with Martin. Wrong thing to do as a Don. I just, I fucked up. I mean, I've been growing with him, spent a lot of time with him, become friends with him. And, forgot the hierarchy. It's my bad.
Now, I mean, listen, I accept your apology. I mean, the only concerns I have for me personally is one, I feel like maybe you don't want to be a Don. I hope I'm wrong in that, because I do think we need you.
No,
this can't
I
work
do
without
want
you.
I do want to be a Don 100%.
Well, just let me finish my list of concerns. You know what I mean? This is just my concerns. We need you. We cannot do this without you. Two, I do feel like I have no trust from you when it comes to making money together. It went from us making a lot of money working Sani, then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but I think it got in your head that I was fucking scamming you. When the reality is, we pretty much made an equal amount of money from Sani up until the point where you kind of stopped doing it. I know which hurt a little bit, because we were fucking boys. We were a duo. We went that shit together. And we plan on making fucking money together. And then, the third thing is, I feel like, Harry, whenever money is involved, you kind of lose your shit. You feel like you're being even 1% fucked over, you kind of lose your shit, and then I get real fucking worried about what you're gonna do next. It's similar to when you said, like, you're kind of terrified to speak to Tony because he's gonna blow up and lose his shit, and it's something that I agree with you on, but sometimes I kind of get that feeling from you when it comes to cash. I just don't really know how to react. I don't want to say the fucking wrong thing. I don't want to blow shit up. For me, it's I want this to be the five Dons. I want us to look at each other and be like, man, this guy's a fucking great leader. This guy has my back. We together are building some crazy shit. I want you to look at me and be like, this guy meets the expectations that I have of him. But right now, I feel like we're kind of all over the place with that. And then, sorry, just to close it out, like the biggest and the biggest worry about this, right, is this kind of all started really over nothing. Like we had a great week. We bought a second house. You know, we invested a bunch of money into racks. We paid out all our people. We even had enough money to kick everybody back. It was a great week. And then somehow a bunch of shit just came out of nowhere. Like, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot over nothing. You know, if some shit happened, like, you know, somebody got arrested, people were, you know, somebody got fucking stabbed in the back, shit was popping off, you know, emotions were high, things were tense, and people started, you know, spiraling, making mistakes, whatever. You know, I can get that. But I feel like this is just, you know, I just woke up last night to make material sales. You know, go about my business when I'm kind of around these late nights, and then shit just kind of came out of nowhere. You know?
I mean, so the sanitation shit is a mixture of things. Like, I, you know, when I hit my 300 stars, I needed a break and I was sick of it. But secondly, the thing with sanitation is, like, I haven't stepped on your toes. Like, that's the thing. Like, I let you buy up all the union shit and make the flip and make nice, good money, like doing that. I don't step on your shit. Like,
But who's talking? I'm not talking about stepping on toes, my man.
well, I am. You're saying like to me, two dons in sanitation. That's why you took it by the reins and you loved it, and I let you do that. I'm more of like a the support, help run the truck. Like that's it. Like, I'm not upset that you made a shit ton of money off sanitation. Like, at the end of the day, like that's your shit, and like I don't want to step on your toes with that. I'm not gonna try and like you told me this before. Like, if I sell electronics, it kind of comes into your market. So like, I can't buy the materials and flip them. I can't sell electronics. So like, if I get sick of doing sanitation, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, I just haven't been doing it. I'm not like annoyed about it. I'm not bothered about it.
But this has nothing to do with that.
Weren't you also getting a cut from these things, from these deals?
No, listen. None of this has anything to do with that.
You brought up the sanitation that
my
you're annoyed that I don't do
with
it
the
anymore.
Sanitation. No, that's not what I said. See, you're not listening at all. I don't give a shit if you don't do it anymore. Well, what concerned me was
you said your feelings were hurt.
No. Once again, you didn't listen.
You literally said your feelings were hurt.
Harry, I said my feelings were hurt over the fact that you started acting real off about the money you were making from materials, like I was scamming you. That's what I said. I don't give a shit if you do sanitation or not. I don't give a shit if you want to flip materials or not. I literally, quite literally said that's why the feelings were hurt.
The gun shit happened, and all the contracts happened. People need a shit ton of Buckcoin. I needed money, needed it fast. So you told me you had all this deal going on. I just want to make sure that I can get as much for electronics as possible. I'm not worried about you scamming me. Was just trying to like you're saying you can get 7 to 8. All I know, maybe there was someone out there willing to pay 10. And like a couple of grand may not mean anything to you, but in that moment, when I'm trying to scramble to give her money for the 10K, that I was an idiot and bought a car, like it matters to me.
It's I think his point is it's not about the money, it's about the trust that was broken, or that was affected by all this. You not trusting him with making the money and whatnot, and that the money comes after that. It was a trust before that. The principle behind it. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
The money comes after. Whatever's after that is it's the plus. That's where slighted feelings come into play. When in reality, it should have been, hey, you trust him doing the deals, no problem at all. He's not gonna fuck you over. He's got no reason to fuck you over. If he wanted to fuck over the crew, he would have fucked over the crew a long time ago. So again, it all just boils down to trust in each other. Because if we can't trust each other, why the fuck are the guys below us going to trust us? Why are they going to trust each other? If we can't trust each other, Harry, this shit ain't going to work. It's just not.
So, okay. So what else do you want me to answer for? 'Cause I'm kind of like, I feel like I do trust you guys. So,
And if you trust us, and it just needs to be, you got to act that you do, right?
right.
Or not necessarily act, but to show that you do. Like for me to wake up, one random night and you're fucking spiraling, and then you're spiraling with a guy we just bought in, and then this guy goes and leaves the car and yells to me about you, another Don. Harry, why don't you tell these guys how you're trying to scam them? Whether he's kidding or not, you know what I mean? In his mind, this is all becoming a giant game now.
Yeah. It's a two-way street as well, right? I mean, right then and there, I imagine Lang probably being like super fucking sus of you, not maybe trusting you because of something like that. I mean, it's
Yeah, I know. I apologize. I apologize
Oh,
for
I mean,
that.
obviously, like I'm not gonna fucking. Did I react to what Mars said? Fuck no, I ignored it. But it's just more the principle. Like, if you got
right.
problems, you want to talk about shit, let's call a fucking meeting. Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
Because now I got fucking Martin.
What are we gonna do about Martin?
Like, he's overstepping now.
Yeah.
He's way overstepping now. Trying to tell me, what makes sense, how we should do shit. Listen, what we do might make absolutely no sense, and we might tell motherfuckers, hey, you're gonna sell our weed at $10, or we're gonna pay you one. If we decide that's how it's done, we decide that's how it's done. Nobody's gonna question that. Know what I mean? So now Martin kind of gets dragged in, and then he starts waffling. I mean, I tell you right now, if that was anybody else, if that was Illy in the car that wouldn't have said that about you, Harry, I would have shanked him in the fucking throat. Told him to watch his fucking mouth. Joke or not, you know what I mean? Like he's trying to call you a scammer.
Yeah. It's not a good look.
And for me, like this shit that we're doing really fucking works, and it really, really fucking works when we're all on top of our fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like it works really, really good.
I mean, I just gotta quit the paranoia. I just gotta quit the paranoia, quit the spiraling. I mean, I think too much into it. I overcook all the time. I gotta cut it out. It's not gonna be hard for me to do. It's
I just want you to believe in what we're doing, and if you don't, as much as it would suck to hear it, I think you should let us know. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I believe in it. I helped build it. Just I just gotta just no. There's no point. There's no point me stressing over like what ifs or shit that hasn't happened or may never happen. Pointless. I think I get like proper control freak when like I get pissed off when like I feel like I keep perfect track of everything I'm doing to a T, and I hear like when it comes to kickbacks, like people like no. I feel like some people are so wishy-washy with it, and that's fine. That they meant, that's what they're doing. I just got like not control freak about it. But sometimes I do turn into a control freak. Got like stop doing that.
Kickbacks are justified through the numbers. Everybody got paid fairly according to the numbers, the percentages that we agreed to.
Yeah, I mean, it's all that is ultimately always going to be up to our treasurer. We have to
Yeah.
believe in her to do her job.
Yeah.
And
We
you know,
can't
another thing
doubt
as
that.
well, right? We got to be proud of people who fucking earn as well. You know what I mean? When I said the numbers didn't add up, I was more so talking about the weed sales. I wasn't talking about the money that Arush made, right?
Should be motivation for
But you
other
know,
people
yeah,
to look up to him.
people earning like this has to be shit that kind of just motivates people. We can't question it, look down on it, and be like, "What the fuck, this guy?" We can't be mad at our fucking guys for making money.
I will say there was at no point I was mad or jealous of over how much Arush got paid. Listen, that was over 2 weeks, and he has a bunch of guys to pay. I mean, like my kickback was something like 27 grand. Like I'm chuffed to bits with that. I wouldn't ask for any more. If anything, if there was another discussion about taking a cut off my grower percent, again, I'm all for being fair. The same way I took the 5% off, if I had to take another 5% off, I'd do it. I got no issues with shit being fair. Like the 27K I got paid allows me to fucking breathe because I'm out the fucking hole that I put myself in. My fault.
Yeah.
So, yo, I'll stop. I'm just gonna like
I mean, Monday we're gonna have to have a meeting and discuss if we want to change the system again a bit. I think.
Yeah.
Very clearly, like Arush, wants to do his own side shit. It's very obvious you do as well. Tony has attempted, and we chewed him out for it, right? So,
right.
maybe a discussion is had, or maybe we change the system a bit again. But once again, right, we should just meet up and discuss it, and see what we can do best that makes make shit work, and just not let things fester and
Yeah.
motherfuckers start losing their mind over not making money or making money or whatever.
It's not. I already I said my piece to Arush on the phone. Like he something didn't sit right with him all week. I think he was. But the thing is, as well, like it's all a lot of it is miscommunication because he's making comments all week about how he's been doing all this work with the crew, and like he does, he can get paid for that, but like again, he missed the meeting and didn't bother to chase up the treasurer over the last weekend. So like, how is he get the money's not just gonna fall on his lap? So
I don't think Arush gave a shit about any of the money. I'm gonna be honest. I think he's more so hurt that you threw him under the bus in the way that you did it. He thinks that you threw him under the bus to save your ass, and then he mentioned something about a computer and how he tanked something that you asked him to do or some shit. I don't know. I wish Arush was here for it, but he really wanted us to go over this today and fucking wrote it down on the fucking book so we can go over it. But yeah,
I mean, I can understand why he's hurt because but at the same time, like, yeah, it is my mistake because if he's whispering this kind of shit to me that he's got these washing machines, first of all I shouldn't say like I'll keep it to myself. I mean that's I don't know why the fuck I said that, but I probably thought it's funny and did. But then I quickly realized that we can't be doing that shit, and yeah, I went about it all the wrong way, but we can't be doing that shit. We can't be going behind each other's backs. Period.
Yeah.
I can't have Arush coming to me, saying like going behind, the crew's back, and then I shouldn't be entertaining it. You just can't do that. It's straight up childish shit, to be honest. And my bad.
yeah. I mean, listen,
It's just gonna cause drama. I believe it or not,
exactly.
I really
Exactly
don't want drama, guys. Like seriously, like sometimes I do some fucking dumb shit. Sometimes some really dumb shit happens, but at the end, I don't want drama.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I
that's
do
the
want to be
important
here
thing,
as
right?
well.
The best way to avoid this is just to kind of, know when you have to flip that switch back on.
Yeah.
Know when the funny has to go down and the seriousness got to go back up. I mean, it's like you said, right? Sometimes we're gonna waffle and shit, but we gotta be very aware of what we're fucking doing. And this is not only you, right? This is kind of a problem we have within the Five Guys. Is just knowing when and where to do things and to know like the cause and effect of things that we do sometimes. And for me, like the only thing I would ever stress is just who is the people we talk to about. Because for example, right, you talk to this shit about Martin, and now
Mhm.
Martin feels like he, in the most respectful way, he feels like he's not necessarily allowed, but he can now just overstep and start talking about our business. When the reality is, like, we don't want him to be doing that. And in a way, it's almost not his fault, because in his mind, if Don is going to come to him and kind of talk about all these things, now he feels like, okay, let me get involved and see how I can help and this, that, and the third. But we don't want him to be fucking doing that. You know what I mean? It's not his place for him to for him to do that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Now, personally, for me, I ain't got no personal gripes over nothing. For me, it's just more so I just really want this to fucking work. Uh, you know, back years ago, when I was stuck in the fucking the company and running that fucking shithole, I've never felt so stuck before in my life, and something that I felt like I could have made way more of an effort to steer in the direction that I wanted, but I never forced myself to, because I'd rather just keep others fucking happy. But this time around, I really want to do what we do, and I want to make it work, and I want to do it with the people who want to push in the same direction that I want to push it in. So we just got to make sure that we're always on top of that. I mean, we're gonna make mistakes, we're gonna waffle out, we get paranoid, whatever, but we just have to try our best just to not to let it get to us.
I mean, I definitely spiral with the paranoia. I mean, like, I literally, like, I remember I told you about, moving the shit out of the house. I fucking packed up all the shit and I moved it up north. Like, I just got stopped with the paranoia. Like, if shit gets stolen, it's gonna suck. But at the same time, yeah, it looks fucking bad. To be honest, if you like, it kind of looks bad if you're moving shit out and keeping it in a separate house because you don't trust people. So I mean that, and then people feel like you don't trust them. So I get where you're coming from. I mean, I'm just gonna cut it out of all that shit. There's no reason why I shouldn't trust people. It's just,
I mean, to be fair, like some shit in that house needs to be moved out, not because of the people that we don't trust, as we're just not trying to fucking lose everything and get raided, inevitably.
Speaking of shit that needs to be moved out, there is one thing that we discussed that I want to bring to your attention as well, Harry. What's this whole thing about the key and you not giving the key to Lang to move shit to the house, and that you had to transport him over there? What's that all about?
so. But for me, at least, like, I that the key, I just wanted a key for myself. So like when I'm doing the weed shit, I just have it on me at all times, and like I just go straight there. I'm gonna like stop off at different places to pick up the key. Probably, I just thought all the dons would get a key to that place. That's all.
Well, we agreed one person had the key. Not necessarily a specific person, but there was going to be one key aside from Cousins. As far as I was aware, Lang had that key, and then it came into your possession. Doesn't matter who it is. If
No,
Lang
it
needs the
didn't. It,
key,
it didn't come to
No,
my.
no, no. That key got that key
Yeah,
got that key disappeared.
yeah.
oh,
There
that key
was
disappeared.
one night where Lang was locked
Yeah.
out of the house, and I waited till cousin woke up, and I got him to copy me a key, and I paid for it out of my own pocket. Now, if there's only gonna be one key, like listen, I probably.
Listen, multiple keys is fine. That's just some petty shit that we just let go. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just some petty shit. It's fine. I think the bigger thing is we need to reevaluate some things. I know it's something that Harry kind of brought up, a couple of weeks ago, and personally for me, I thought it was fine, but over this whole situation, maybe we got to reevaluate who has keys to even the current house. I think,
Yeah.
I was talking to this about Luciano. I think we need to make things feel a bit more like a bigger deal. Instead of giving keys out like fucking candies to fucking babies, we make people want to, have to earn that shit by showing that they're committed. They're trying to earn their stripes. We need to really create ranks that have clear outline expectations, and then if you are within that position, you know exactly what is expected of you. And we really need to. I know we spoke briefly on the fine shit. We kind of used it once, but the reality was it was over some petty shit again. But we really need to hold each other accountable and have a fine system. And then we really need to, like I said, reevaluate who we've bought in. I spoke to Luciano about this as well. Maybe at the end of the day, some of the guys, girls, whatever, it might just not work out. Maybe we can leave, an option for them just to buy themselves out, and then maybe we create another step where first to buy in, and then we work you, and then once we work you, we feel like you're ready. We just make you like a made man or a made woman, right? And then we make that also like a big deal. Like I feel like these pivotal points within the crew have to be made like big deals. I'm not talking like ceremonies and celebrations or anything like that. Maybe just a conversation, or whatever the fuck we come up with. I just think we really need to have people understand, like, Martin, you're bought in, but there's a lot of fucking work you gotta do if you want to get more involved. Shit like that.
Yeah, we gave him a key way too fast.
So I think this,
Should have earned
I'm
it a
not
little bit
shifting
more.
blame because it's not like I didn't speak. I think I said all I said at the time was I think things are moving too fast with some people. But
Yeah, you did.
my paranoia came from like that. Like to me, I feel like I woke up and all of a sudden we started off kind of as the Dons, and like all of a sudden like we had so many people and keys are being handed out left and right, and like, listen, I'm gonna drop the paranoia shit, but I think that's definitely where it started for me. Like, because sometimes I can be a bit of a control freak. I just feel like all of a sudden everyone's in the house, and it's dumb. But
I
I think
wanna
I
go-
mean, you're not wrong. Listen, mistakes were made. At the end of the day, we're trying something, and we're gonna make mistakes. I think it's important though that we acknowledge the mistakes that we're making, and then very quickly rework this shit, and
Yeah.
not necessarily ignore it, right? And like I said, I kind of realized this, from the course of last night to this morning, until just about now, right? Um, we gotta make things feel a bit more fucking serious. And like I said, I really realized that when I'm walking into my own fucking house, and Martin's having a meeting with Harry in the fucking basement. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like there just needs to be more of a wall there. I feel like.
Yeah.
And I think we figure it out, and I think we seriously structure it. And the biggest thing, and I wish Tony was here because this applies to all of us. We need to look in a fucking mirror and understand that you are Don, and you are fucking Spider-Man, my man. Well, with great power comes great fucking responsibility. There's an expectation of you. You have to look at yourself. You're an elevated person, right? People are gonna look up to you, and you have to fucking lead by example. This goes for all of us. And I think we really need to fucking start fucking hammering that down. I mean, with no disrespect to anybody, even with Tony, I need Tony to get out of this fucking funk that he's in with working grime and then fucking off for the rest of the day. I don't know what the fuck he's doing anymore. I need him to get involved, help us fucking run an operation, start fucking helping, putting people together, help us fucking make money, and get back on his Don shit. Like we all need to be, have an expectation of that level. Like if you're a fucking Don, you are operating for the crew, and you are building an operation that's going to help the crew. Period. You're not fucking off running sanitation, grime, group, fucking, couple hours a day, and then doing nothing else. Doing the bare minimum, it ain't going to fly here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We, another wake up call, right? This is a good wake up fucking call where we got to fucking keep our shit together.
Growing pains. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that our mistakes don't go unpunished. And I hate to be that guy, but we've been lenient with our punishments. We've been lenient with our accountability.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we need to up that. And I think it starts with this situation. Accountability for Aroush, accountability for you as well. And it's not just a fine, because you can get that money easily. You got paid $27,000. You can pay $5K, $10K easily, no problem at all. We have to really think about how we are going to hold people accountable. Maybe you should come up with how do you feel you might need to pay up for this. I'm not talking only financially. I'm talking, how do you feel you should be held accountable? If it was somebody else,
I
what would you
mean,
expect?
like, I think the I still think the financial punishment is good. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, the money isn't meaningless to me. Like, if you find someone and then you got the Jews on top, like that definitely hits. But I think like in terms of fuck ups, like we might have to make a fucking strike system, but you know. And then I suppose it's more like, guess what, it would be like a group vote if what's happened is worthy of a strike.
The reality is we need to incentivize people in a way where their position matters to them.
Yeah.
Right. So by example, right, let's just say Harry being a Don, he gets 50% of the fucking pot. This guy's making like 300K a week from doing nothing. Well, not from doing nothing, right, but for being a Don and what is expected of him. And he knows that if he does anything to fucking jeopardize that, he loses, his 50% bonus or some shit. I think we need to create incentives that might keep people in check, whether they know it or not.
It's a good idea.
Because right now, right,
Right.
being a Don is whatever the fuck you feel you should be at the end of the day. Sometimes, a little motivated on the side ain't a bad thing, knowing that if Harry keeps meeting his expectations, keeps doing what we want him to do as a Don, and he does it well, his pockets are going to be full. But if Harry's out here, spiraling out of control, whatever, being paranoid, whatever, the punishment comes raining down.
No exceptions, guys. I'm serious about this. We have to fucking hold each other accountable, because if we can't hold each other accountable, we can't hold anybody else accountable. We keep each other in line, keep each other in check. If that's the way we're gonna do it, then we do it.
I mean, I have no issues. Listen, I fucking, was very hard towards Tony. I can take it back. I have no issue with self accountability. I don't think anyone really does. I mean, I think as well, like, I mean, okay, there's things like, there's things that happen, like, for example, like, I've said this before, like, I'm afraid to say certain things to Tony, like, I've got to just be like, throw that out the window and say what needs to be said.
Yeah, fuck that. Rip the fucking Band-Aid off. No eggshells here at all. If Tony's gonna get his feelings hurt, that's on Tony. That's not on you. Say what you gotta fucking say. Lang is gonna say it the same way.
Same way, because, like,
Same with everybody.
I feel like, if we're dons and fucking adults, you have to know how to fucking control
Take the
your
heat.
feelings. Like,
Yeah.
so the same with Lang. Like, I don't want you holding back from saying shit to me. Same way, like, I shouldn't be holding back the shit I say to Tony. I know. I tell you what, I know Arou certainly doesn't hold back. Period. So that ain't a problem.
Yeah. Agreed. No eggshells.
Walking on eggshells is no good for sure. That's
Yeah.
no good.
So I got one more question.
Yeah.
This is to Harry here. What if this happens again?
What exactly? What happens again? Like petty drama?
What if there's another Martin situation? You're talking and stirring or plotting or whatever happened with the non-Dawn, or anyone for that matter.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a finger, because we ain't expecting to take a 5K fine or a 10K fine. I mean, you fooled us once, fooled us twice. I don't. What do we do? We putting a bullet in somebody? What
Yeah,
the fuck, what the
I
fuck
feel like,
happens?
if I overshare, then, I might have to fucking ice the guy that I fucked up.
I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about him. He'll get iced. I'm talking
Well,
about
I
you.
mean, that's gonna, okay. We're talking about, like, this is the thing. Like, we're talking about taking. If we're talking about, at least in my opinion, if we're talking about, like, punishments revolving, like, dons, and it's going beyond, like, financial punishments, then I think that's a conversation for the five of us to have, in my opinion. Like, I know we do, like, stuff on a majority vote, but I feel like if we're talking about, like, stuff like that, like, I think we definitely need all 5 people here.
Bottom line, in my opinion, in my book, it seemed like, and I know you already apologized for it, I'm just highlighting it again. It seemed like you were working against us when it came to the whole Marty thing. You apologized for it. Apology has been accepted. But that can't happen again, in my book, honestly. I feel like that shouldn't be flying. Whether we take a fucking finger, a fucking eyeball, or a goddamn ear, it doesn't matter. Punishment's got to be harsher, in my opinion. I don't think we don't need any votes for anything like that, but I don't know. It's got to be harsh.
At the end of the day, yeah. Intentionally or unintentionally, like if you ever find yourself in a position where you start working against the crew, I mean, it's just gonna come. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah, it's
It
not.
doesn't matter who you are.
It's not. Again, it's specifically that working against the crew. Anything else, we'll vote on that. We'll play it by ear. But working against the crew, the very thing that you're building from the bottom up, that's a stab in the back. That doesn't only apply to you. That applies to anybody. It applies to me. Applies to Lang.
I get it.
Applies to Harry.
Yeah.
To fucking Arush, Tony. All right, as long as we understand that.
Like Lang said, a bit of a wake up call. I think it's very easy to get too relaxed and lose track a little. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I just want to wake up and feel like, I can't call somebody and talk to them about a fucking problem, because it's just not a good feeling. Just fucking get your shit together and that's it. And then, we're going to have to go through this entire conversation with Tony and just hope that he reciprocates it well as well. You know what I mean? Because I need Tony to step up. Whatever the fuck he's doing, he's not going to find them all.
We need to see if Tony's is bought in. If he, again, the same question that you asked Harry here, if he wants the position or not. If not,
I mean, I'll tell you right now, I get that he was doing a run and this, that, and the third in the morning, but it's a little embarrassing. You know what I mean? You're showing up fucking late. You don't really give a fuck with what's going on, and you kind of bounce.
Yeah. And well, conversation for Monday then.
Yeah, I mean, a couple conversations that we had on Monday. Kind of reevaluate the system, reevaluate maybe some members, and then reevaluate ourselves.
Let's reevaluate if Marty already understands, how the kickbacks and shit work. Yeah, let's check one last time.
If I have to explain to Marty how the kickbacks work one more time, I'm gonna throw him in the ocean after I explain it.
Yeah, that's
All right. He understands, and I know he kind of he's he's starting to clean money, do porn runs, he understands it. I think
I think he's understood it from day one. I think he's just trying to be a smartass.
Maybe I'm not sure because a lot of the conversations when people got bought in, I wasn't there for, right? So if you guys say you told it to him, I believe you. Like if I feel like I thought everyone knew the system, but we can double check. I think it's a good fucking system, so I think it's crucial as well. It's the only way we can keep afloat. If not, you keep paying people out. Eventually, like, we're not actually gonna be moving forward. It's gonna be covering what people are owed. So, system's vital.
Yeah. We have a special thing going on here, boys. Very special thing. A special thing that I don't think any other crew has. So let's not fuck it up. Let's make sure the other Dons also know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much that.
There were other things in the book, but we'll let Arush speak his piece on Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the tanking the computer. What does that mean?
You want me to read this?
Wait, there's just one last little thing as well. Roosh, I mean, he's gonna bring. This is like a monthly conversation because once again, changing the system and voting on shit. But he wants growers to get paid when product is sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think that's more. That's more a Gigi thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, we'll bring
Yeah.
Gigi on Monday. The treasurer. We'll talk about systems, reevaluate shit, make votes. That's why I think some of these conversations we just stay for Monday because it's not crazy. The other conversation, the other hump hurdle we have to go through right now is speaking of Tony, and I'm hoping he receives it as well as you did, Harry.
Guys,
Not
I
gonna lie.
think we should have more, like, if we need to have 2 tops 3 or whatever meetings for us to gather around like this, we should do it. If something's bothering us, we should call up a fucking meeting. The more times we talk to each other about things, the easier it is. We don't have to wait till the next day for the Don meeting, Hey, if there's an emergency, let's call it up. Something came up, fuck, let's discuss it with the rest of the guys. Call it up. I'll drop everything I'm fucking doing.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of do that already. You know what I mean? I think, fuck.
we
I
just
really want to reevaluate this key situation as well, my man.
Yeah, 100%. Who has?
Like, for example, like I think Ilya is very deserving of a fucking key, and I think Martin's got to put a little bit more work, but before he's just granted one.
Now the thing is, taking the key away is going to create resentment. We got to be prepared for that too. But it could be a good test to see his, where his loyalties are. Or
I think we'll wait for Monday. Wait for everybody to be around. It's I think it's a Don thing that's got to be talked about amongst everybody.
Yeah.
I think we need to somehow get it so like everyone, like 5 of us are fucking present, man. I mean, when if you've got like really important shit, listen, everyone has times where they unfortunately can't be there, right? But I think we gotta try and make it work so look, we have as many meetings we can with 5 of us here, so stuff doesn't get missed, no miscommunication,
Yeah.
Like right now, like this is the right thing to do. Like, there's no point us diving into stuff because we got to repeat it all on Monday anyway. So
yeah, that's what I was saying. I think the things that we spoke about now are good. I think these other conversations have to happen on Monday.
Agreed.
All right. What's going on with this moonshine shit, by the way? Are we trying to get into that or what?
It's kind of it's fresh as fuck. I mean, me and Luciano, we know quite a lot about it, and we think we know what the fuck is up. But the thing with the moonshine is it requires, whoever's involved, it requires like one person to like be a fucking rat and learn how to breathe down there. Because
for me, it's not necessarily like who's involved. Like if it's something that we want to get into, or have somebody get into within the crew, we just got to make sure we're not taking too much on, right? We still need to push product down here, marijuana down here. Like obviously right now we don't fucking need to grow, but we got to keep the fucking grows going. The chop needs to still be happening. People need to still be cleaning money. Like we just can't just make sure we're not overwhelming ourselves. Trying to do fucking everything at once.
Yeah. That's fair. I think it's definitely worth diving into, though. What do you think, Luciano? You think it's worth?
Yeah. I feel like since it's like recipe based and whatnot, if we nail it, if we find sweet spot, golden recipe, we could go pretty far with this shit.
I think it could be a good earner, to be honest. From what I've seen and heard, I think it'd be a big crew earner.
The thing is here, we can set up. Sorry to interrupt you, Harry. We can set up the distiller, right? And at the same time, I can be pushing here down in Cyprus. It takes like an hour to brew, to cook. So.
Oh shit! Can we have more than one?
Do you want to see the one we've set up? It's around the corner.
What the fuck? Fuck yeah!
Yeah, let's go.
We can set them up anywhere.
Yeah, we chose Cyprus. I'll follow you guys. Actually, you
that's
follow me.
Lit. What the fuck?
Let's get your car because it's
okay.
Electric.
So this shit, you know, we only set this up like I set this up late last night, so it's already fucking crazy. The shit I've been hearing about this,